Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. We are on the Courageous and it's ours. It is really ours. All nuts and bolts, it's ours now. Well, I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line we have to give it back. It's on loan and stuff, but at this point in time, it's ours to do what we want. But before we can do anything, because we already have picked up a few quests and stuff like that, we need to explore this place. What are the facilities? What can we do right now? And we already got told, or hinted, no matter how you look at it, is that we need to find other Thor students to help around on the ship. And the more we find, the more facilities and abilities there will be unlocked on the Courage. And I think that would be a very great thing.
Right.
Depending on how much it's integrated into this game. And they do say that the more students we have, the better the chances are of regaining control of our own academy. Which is, I think, a very nice goal. One, we'll take back what's ours. Second of all, since it's so close to the capital, I think I said it last time as well, it's a great forwarding base for anything we want to plan after that. But for now, let's look around, and I'm very intrigued, very interested to see if George will be able to create a different sword for Valimar. Because I don't think it's that we need to find the official sword of him, but more that we create a sword that's in style with the fighting style that Rean has, so he can use it to the best of his ability, just like Crow advised. But yes, still so many things to see, so many things to do. And of course, in the end of it, we'll have to tell the cute mascot Toa where we want to go. Oh, by the way, there's something I heard before I left the academy that you might find interesting. Apparently, there's a number of second-year Thor students out there trying to fight the Alliance. Really? Yeah, supposedly after helping the first years escape, they split up and spread out all across the country. They've been on the move ever since, trying to set up Argus relay devices wherever they can. Wow. I can believe it though, our second years are pretty tough. And don't you forget it, but seriously, if we can find them, I'm sure they'd be a great asset to our cause. There's a chance you'll run into them in a populated area, but I'm guessing you'll have better luck on the highways. I'll keep that in mind, Toa, thanks. Well, this only tells me that, one, we're going back to every area, and that we'll have to do what I always already do. Talk to everyone and look everywhere, so...
Right.
It'll be good, we'll find them. I'm here if you need someone to talk to or if you just want some advice. But at the end of the day, don't forget, Prince Olivert entrusted the Courageous to you kids, not to me. I don't think you have to worry about that. Our field studies really drove home the importance of being able to think and act on our own. This is as good a chance as any of us to put those practical lessons to use. Then I suppose I need to say no more. Show me the value of Class 7 education and make me proud. This is the perfect chance for you guys to show me you learned something from those field studies I kept sending you on. Show me the value of that Class 7 education and make me proud. But don't forget, if you ever need a helping hand to beat the crap out of some monsters, I'm your gal. No, choose destination. That is for later when we're done on the ship. We need to gather up as many students as we can to fill out our crew here on the Courageous. That's a lot of work as it is, but then factoring in Prince Oliver's request. We're gonna be really busy, aren't we? But we'll just have to do what we can. That will do, that will do. And as I always say, optional quests will always be done first, because even though on the mandatory ones there is a short-term indicator, they are required, so it's not like we're gonna miss them, right? Thanks to Captain Claire, we've been able to secure a communications link with the Railway Military Police. That should make a heck of a lot easier to work with them in the future. Alright. I tell you, George really knows his stuff. With a kid like that on board, the engine room is in safe hands. What a relief. I used to serve as a helmsman on a civilian airship actually. I might only be here to fill in temporarily, but I have confidence in my ability to do the job. Whatever you need, I'm up for the task. Well, since you say you're only here temporarily, I think your main job will be to train who's ever gonna replace you, yeah. I can't say I wasn't a little concerned about the idea of handing a ship like this over to a bunch of students. You guys proved me wrong in no time at all though. At this point I have every intention of staying on board until you find someone to take my place. So... Chrono, if we do not find somebody, does that then mean that you will be here forever? Don't want to be triggered by that, right? Huh? Alright, more of the ship to be found. Bridge, that's where we're gonna end up. Conference, shops, kitchen, an orbital factory and... Let's just go from... yeah, let's go from the bottom all the way back to the bridge. Nice! So this is where the orbital factory is. I could see myself coming here pretty often. George said he brought the orbital bike on board from Ymir too. Maybe it's here. Either way, I want to thank him while I'm down here. About the first floor factory hold. This area of the Courageous contains an orbital factory. Like any other orbital factory, you can forge weapons and synthesize quartz. Simply speak to George and he will fulfill all requests. As this area also happens to be the most spacious part of the Courageous, it is also where Valimar and the orbital bike are stored. Eventually, both of these can be customized as well. That is very cool. Does it mean we can replace the colors of Valimar? Make him into maybe a bluish color and call him Azure instead of Ashen? Or is that taking it a bit too far? Alright, there's the hangar. There's George. This is just the main hub for the elevator. Okay. Ah, this is a beautiful ship, isn't it? I love it already. Oh, hey George. Everything doing okay here? Yeah, the orbital factory is all ready for use. So if you need any work done on your orbments, don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks. I'm sure we'll be taking you up on that very soon. By the way, you're the one who brought the orbital bike on board, right? Guilty as charged. I figured it'll come in handy at some point. It was still in good condition thanks to Eustace, but I did make a few modifications to it. Modifications? Like what? Oh, I changed a few parts so they'll be better suited to riding off the road. So now you should be able to ride it on rougher terrain. Feel free to take it for a spin anytime. We can ride whenever we want? Really? Really? Even if it's where to break down or something, it wouldn't be hard to come and collect it with the Courageous. So go ahead and have fun riding it around. Thanks. I got a feeling it'll come in very handy. And to be honest, just the thought of getting to ride it around all over the country gets me excited. Angelica would be proud. Oh, just one thing. About that sidecar we added to it. It was roughed up pretty badly during the attack on the academy, so sorry. I can fix it for sure, but it's gonna cost a lot of Mira to buy all the materials. So you'll have to go without it for a while. At least until we have the funds to repair it anyway. Oh, that's a shame. It is, but what you gonna do? Oh, and one other thing about the bike. What would you say about giving it a brand new paint job? A paint job? Yeah, I saw the special feature in an automotive magazine about painting those recently. I thought it might be kind of fun to give it a shot ourselves, you know? You've got the perfect test subject. I can easily set up a station over there. Why not give it a go if you're interested? I see. That does indeed sound interesting. Yeah, I'll give it a shot once you're all set up. It sounds fun. Ah, so we can give it our own colors. Red and black. You can now ride the orbital bike by pressing the X button on the highway to open up the navigation screen and then pressing it again. You can ride the bike wherever you are. Press the X button twice in succession on the highways and certain field maps to ride the orbital bike. This cannot be done within dungeons or during specific events, which sounds more than logical. Press B on the bike to dismount. While riding, approach it and press the A button to go on it again. You can also now customize the color of the orbital bike. You can customize the coloring of the orbital bike by obtaining special items. You can also further customize the bike by purchasing the sidecar from George's shop, then opening the customization menu and adding a checkmark next to the sidecar option. Customizations can only be done from within the Courageous' hold. Unfortunately, it's been nothing but radio silence from Angie ever since she went back to Roar after the festival. I mean, you'd think that with her family being who they are, her safety would be as good as guaranteed, but this is Angie we're talking about. She and Trouble are the bestest of friends. That is true, I can totally see that. Alright, what do you have? Yellow coloring and the sidecar unit for 10,000. We can buy it. That's not too bad. But seeing as it's been a while since I updated our equipment and weapons and stuff like that, I want to save my money until that is settled and use what we remain for the sidecar and the yellow coloring, which I'm pretty sure we'll have some left. We should. Alright, the new master course, the Murakumo. Attack and cross sometimes deal critical damage. And this one we just want all of them. Even though I wouldn't be too surprised if, just like in Cold Steel 1, getting all of them in one playthrough is gonna be somewhat of a tall order, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Okay, the rest of this will stay as this. We're not gonna sell it. At least not until we need to. Customize is of course from the weapons that we will buy, hopefully. Modify, quartz, anything interesting added to the list? Still attack 2, evade 2, move, action, ooh! I don't know if we had MP 2 before, but definitely EP cut 2 is nice. Yeah, I see some potential improvements. We are very low on Sepit, but I'm pretty sure once we go to Legram and some of the other regions before heading for the necessary quest, I'm sure we can find some way to grind there a little bit to restock our Sepit. Should be no problem. Then slowly we can build up our characters once again. Absolutely no problem. Alright, thank you, George. I will see you later. Because we have so much more to see. I don't even know if we can see it all in one episode, but we're gonna try. Valimar, hello buddy. Greetings, Awakener. Oh, hey Valimar. I take it your mana's recovered a little now? Affirmative. It stands at 50% replenished. I see that a new power has awakened within you as well. I don't know if I'd call it new exactly. This power's always been with me. I just didn't understand what it was or why it was there. But thanks to everyone's help, it finally feels like it's a part of me, if that makes any sense. Still, I need to keep practicing using it. I can't have a repeat of what happened aboard the Pentacruel. You appear to be aware of your own limitations. Much like how you learn to better synchronize with me through practice, you must improve their specifications through similar ways. You need only to work towards improvement to gain optimal proficiency for the battles to come. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I can't help but feel that one day this power will be useful to me as an Awakener too. I won't be able to use it all the time, but I'll do what I can to get better at making use of it. I look forward to it. Rean can now use the craft Spirit Unification. Using this craft allows Rean to unleash the power within him and fight for several turns in that state. Activating it cures all status abnormalities and increases Rean's strength in battle significantly. This craft unleashes the power of sleeping within Rean. It raises his strength, defense, speed by 50% and imbues him with the unleashed status. Alright. Changes crafts and nullifies status stat down. How long to charge and how long does it last? At least a couple of rounds, yes, but can I use it always? Or does it need like a limit gauge that needs to charge it? But I think we'll find that out soon enough. When we go out there and actually fight. Hey, do you remember me? I'm Peyton, the mechanic from ZCF. Of course we know, we've seen you so many times by now. I was here during the courageous maiden voyage earlier this year, and His Highness asked me to hop aboard again. I won't be here for long though, so as soon as you finished going over what George needs to know, I'll be getting off. Still, it's nice to see this baby from the inside again. Well, we're glad to have you for as long as you're here, Peyton. I was in charge of maintaining the Liberals' our side too. I wanted to go back to Liberal, but the war breaking out here kinda makes that impossible. Well, anyway, I need to focus on going over everything George needs to know to run the ship now. Can we not just quickly go a little bit over the border somewhere and drop him off, so he can just walk back to where he needs to be? I'm not saying that's a good idea, but technically we should be able to do that, right? Standard coloring, that's the only thing we have right now. I do wonder what we can change it into. And why would we want a sidecar with it? Does it mean that if we go with our team outside that they will be on the bike as well? Maybe get a little bit too crowded, but yeah. Alright, all the way to the kitchen. See if we can get some new recipes as well. Blade? Food? Library? Ah, there's a ton of stuff on this floor. I should probably take a look around to see what's on offer. About the second floor facilities. The second floor has a wide variety of facilities, including a kitchen and an infirmary. While these facilities are currently a little, shall we say, limited, more will become available as you continue to recruit students. This floor also contains a game room, which is just right for playing Blade 2 against your classmates. Yeah, at some point we will play Blade 2. It depends more like, can we get linkage points from them, or is this a nice little mini game where we can win certain stuff? Definitely something to check out at some point. Is it the only thing we can interact with at the moment? Oh, that's interesting. Canned juice, canned coffee, and energy drink. These people will be playing forever. Alright. We want to check it out now. Because I am curious to what the difference is with Blade 2. It feels like ages since the last time I had a chance to play Blade. Oh wait, didn't I end up with some cards when I was on the Pentacruel? Rean took out a Blade 2 deck. Upon close inspection, he noticed a scrap of paper stuck between two of the cards inside. A message from Crow, isn't it? What is this? Welcome to the new and improved version of Blade, creatively titled Blade 2. It is basically the same thing, but with a few more cards to make it more strategic. Give it a shot, I think you'll like it. Just don't let it distract you too much from becoming a better night pilot, okay? Crow. He gave to us on purpose. When did he get this into my pocket? He could have just given it to me when we were sitting together, but I guess this is much more Crow approach, oh well. Still, I like the sound of more strategic. Maybe I should try inviting someone down for a game sometime? I have to get all the practice in that I can, if I ever want to beat Crow anyway. Yeah, cause the thing is, with the Blade in Cold Steel 1, it was more about like 80% luck than skill. Maybe with these options it would go the other way around. Inspecting one of the card tables will allow you to call a classmate for a game. Playing against someone will allow you to deepen your bonds with them, regardless of whether you win or lose. However, you can only deepen your bonds with 5 characters at a time. Characters you have deepened your bond with get a star next to their name. Yeah, but you say at a time. Does that mean during every story bit or in totally throughout the game? Because then, if this is the case, then we'll just use this system to level out all of the Class 7 members, right? And anything beside that, which will probably now only be Sarah, will be on the end of the list. Because I don't know what the maximum level of linkage is in this game. It was 5 in the last one, so maybe 6 here. We need to make sure that most of Class 7 will get there. Do we have to? No, I just want to. After each major story development, these stars are removed. Exactly, allowing you to deepen your bond with any 5 characters of your choosing once again. Yeah, there's a good chance that I will do these increases in between the episodes. Cause, well, maybe we'll play one game together. Let's do that now, by the way. Why not? Of course with Alyssa.
Let's get started.
Yes. And like I said, because we all know this game.
Go on, draw a card.
Ooh, I'm curious what force in the other one is. Maybe a different elemental of attack that does more damage or can even be blocked by the opponent. Anyway, like I said, since we know Blade, it may be a little bit different. I think doing it in between the episode, just with 5 characters has the lowest linkage, will be the best thing to do. And we'll keep the story going as it is. Alright, for now, let's see how this works.
After you then.
Of course. Removes the last card of the opponent placed onto the field. Lets you discard an opponent's card. If they have none, this serves as 1. Oh, you mean a random card from their deck, okay? Doubles your current total. Ooh, intriguing.
Same score, huh? Wanna redraw?
Wanna?
Guess
Not
I'm
so
going
much.
first.
Okay, 4.
Same score, huh? Wanna redraw? Guess I'm going first.
Okay. Then why would you do this one? Oh wait, it's not from the. It's from what's on the table that we can choose which card to dispose of, and maybe make it a 1. Oh, if they have none, okay. Shall we try this? See what happens.
Ugh, now you've done it.
Okay, so it just randomly removes a card, but I still have the ability to play. Because that was what I was wondering. If it's out of her hand, then if I do it when I am a lower point, I would automatically lose the fight. Which would be a bit weird, in all honesty. And I think this one, you want to use this one as late as possible, I assume. But if the opponent doesn't have a card like this, if you do it late enough, then the game is just over.
Now you've done it. Mirror! What? You can't do that. Aw, one more game?
Damn, that's a game killer. Oh, looks like you win. You won't be so lucky next time, though. 100 points. Well, that's not too bad. Alright, and is there a star next to the name? There is. Alright, good. Rest assured, before we continue on, I will make sure that we at least played the other 4 as well. Would be a waste not to, right? Oh look, it's Mr. Do-It himself. Guess you're too cool to care about potential risk of kicking your support out of the core, huh? Talk about holding a grudge. I'm sorry, really I am. You better be. Just make sure it doesn't happen again, you hear me? Well, in all honesty, I think Rean did it with the best of intentions. He really did. Because if she came with us on the Pentacruel, yes, maybe she could have been useful in trying to figure things out, but Vita knows Celine. There's a bigger chance that we would be separated from each other, and then would have never known if we could get her back. This way she would be with Emma and she would be safe. I still stand by Rean's choice. Sure, Emma's got most of my attention now, but when you're fighting in Valimar, I'm your support. I need to see just what you two are capable of, so don't call me out just yet. I can live with that. Well, make sure you don't start getting ahead of yourself. Whenever you fight with Valimar, I'll be there to back you up. It's my job to see just how far the two of you can go together after all. What a well-stocked infirmary. All of the usual essentials like medicine, bandages are here in ample supply. That's good to know. As much as I hate to say it, we'll probably end up needing all of that. After all, we're dealing with a war here. Even I'm not optimistic enough to think none of us will ever get hurt. That is true. Hopefully we'll be able to avoid losing anyone, even ignoring the tragedy of it. A loss like that would make taking Crow and Vita nearly impossible. Yeah, you're right. There's another good reason to stay alive. Leaving sorting out the infirmary to me. For now, I think I'm the best girl for the job. Grandmother did teach me quite a bit of medicinal knowledge, you know? Glad to hear we're in good hands. Well, if we can get... maybe... Which student would be good to work at the infirmary? Because we could get Beatrix herself, but she's not a student, so I don't know if we can get her. And she would be at the academy, so that might be like a last resort type of thing. Nobody just pops up in my head at the moment. We'll see. And once we do pick one, we'll see if it's a good match or not. Opinion-wise, of course. Alright, what else do we have here? This probably looks like the library. Is it where all my books will be? Interesting. No, we definitely have to go through all of them at some point. Yeah, even if it's just to tick it off the list that we looked at them. Yes, maybe there are some things in there that might be useful for us to know. Imperial Chronicle. Right. That's a lot. We'll be doing that definitely in between the episodes. All of the ship's operation manuals are in here. Shockingly, are relatively easy to understand. In fact, the biggest hurdle to reading them is extricating all of the other books that have been jammed in here. I think we can blame that on Prince Olivert. He doesn't really strike me as a particularly well-organized person. Given the state of the game room across the hallway, I'd say that's sugarcoating it. Maybe that's the best for the best. I was pretty nervous when I heard we were looking after a military ship, but after seeing the state that the prince left it into, the pressure's off. Yeah, maybe this was all deliberate, like he's sending us a message saying that it's okay to relax and unwind sometimes. We obviously need to take our work seriously, but if he doesn't see any harm in taking a break, then neither do I. I don't believe at all that it was intentional. It's just who he is. He is kind of a laid-back person. It might not be the captain of the ship, but I'm still part of the crew. So committing as much operation info to my memory as possible can only serve to make me more useful when I'm here. If I'm lucky, doing so will also help me find Stefan sooner. I've been worried about him. Yeah, he will be a great person to head up the library, and we can play some chess with him. This ship's got everything we could ever want. But how's it compared to the Pentacruel? Well, the Pentacruel is bigger and more luxurious, but the Courageous measured it step by step in terms of facilities. And it's more mobile, so it got a cooler sounding name too. Thought so. And there's still room to add more. Oh, that reminds me. I had a chance to sit and chat with those two Sever members while I was on board. They weren't exactly in the chattiest of moods, of course, but it was pretty clear that they're still thinking about you. Well, that's nice. But you're my family now, and that's what's important. I'll find out what they're after, if I have to do it myself. You don't. We're all in this together, and we'll help you get your answers. And they said they were willing to give it to Fee, but they wanted it to give it to Fee directly, which is perfectly understandable, especially considering how much they care about Fee. They don't want any of that information to get to her through another person, they want to be able to tell it herself, to herself. And explain if necessary, and see her reaction when she hears it. Because seeing a reaction tells you so much more than getting feedback through a loop of people. Definitely. There's still room to add more facilities to the ship, so it could get even better. We'll have to try and make that happen as soon as we can. Oh, we definitely will. And the thing that I'm hoping is that, yes, we have a quest to gain 4 students to the ship. But what I want are the students that are not on that list. Because that would make the ship better than what the game makes mandatory. And it makes the game probably easier as well at some level. This ship is so fancy, there's so much to see, I can't even decide where to start. I mean, I would if this thing had a chef. I was hoping for some tasty grub. Well, we're flying with a skeleton crew right now, so chefs aren't exactly essential on the ship compared to, say, engineers. But that's why we need to work on recruiting students. The more we get, the better the courageous. Makes sense if you put it like that. Make me kinda jealous of the nobles though. I bet the Panther crew got some really top-class chefs on board. They gave you some super fancy food when they took you aboard, right? How was it? Well, it's not like I could really enjoy it that much given the whole hostage thing. Oh, I guess it couldn't hurt to ask. Have you ever heard of something called the Black Workshop before? Huh? Hold on, who told you about it? I figure she might know. Yes, and she'll probably say nothing more about it. That Altina girl mentioned it to me. She said it's the place she belongs to. She also said they loaned her to the Alliance. Just what kind of place loans someone else a girl? How much can I say here? Well, it's a confidential info in their intelligence division file enough. That sounds like stuff you shouldn't be telling me, but sure? Well, we don't know where it is or anything, but it is really a unique arms workshop. And they make weapons to order, but one thing they have in common is that they're all super powerful and super hard to use. You know, for terrorist high-level Jaegers customers like that, and that use rival crow used to shoot ground was probably made there too. You think? Well, it was designed to hit a target over 3,000 arch away with a pinpoint accuracy, and that's pretty nuts. Claire says it's the same one he used when he faked his own death back at the mine too. But if they make it, I wonder if that means they're allied with the Alliance. Well, if it is like a black workshop, like a black market, then they probably fulfill orders based upon what anybody's willing to pay for it. Because black market usually isn't aligned to anyone, they're just there to make money through any means necessary, legal or illegal. So yeah, there might be some connection to Ouroboros, because we know Ouroboros is the most technologically advanced group we know at this time, and if they can make those kind of weapons, I'm pretty sure there's a connection there. But why would a girl like Altina be affiliated with a place like that? And then there's that Sammy of hers, that's basically her personal Aristocracy. Wait a second. Does the Black Workshop make the combat shells or something? What about the Aristocracy for that matter? Ah, ding 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 ding! Graham used to do business with them through the intelligence division from what I hear. But about a year ago, I guess all contact with them just stopped. Lecter was trying to find out where the actual workshop was for a while, but he didn't have any luck. Is that so? Still, I bet you we're gonna run into that girl and her Sammy sooner or later. I'm getting kinda rival vibe from them, you know? Me and Lemmy have got to keep up our training so we can beat them. We're gonna do 1,000 arm swings a day and 1,000,000 push-ups, and we're gonna be so buff you won't even know what hit ya. Just be sure to do those arm swings on deck and away from the people so you don't hit anyone else. Now that I know more about the workshop though, it's more mysterious than ever. We might need to add them to our foes to watch out for list right under Ouroboros. Not yet. I'm not seeing them as foes to watch out for. I might see them as a potential shop we can use at some point. Who knows, maybe we can find parts for Valimar there. That would be cool. Trying to fight on an empty stomach is the worst. Which is why we need to get a proper cook into this kitchen pronto. Unless you want me to start running it. I was basically the star of the cooking club, you know. No, I mean, I'm sure it won't be long before we find ourselves a chef, so don't worry your little head about it. The only way she's taking charge of the kitchen is over my dead body. Well, she was part of the cooking club, so she probably has some skill in the kitchen, I'm sure of it. Oh well, to be fair, by star of the cooking club, I mean designated food sampler. I wasn't much of a chef or anything, so I hope we find a proper one soon. That is what I would have expected more of her, yeah. A proper food tester. And a closed off back entrance. The room seems unused, but the door is locked. This is something mysterious we don't need to know just yet. Alright, and like I already surmised, looking over the courageous is taking a little bit longer than expected, but that is more than fine. I'd rather spend the time now, getting to know all the facilities really well, so we can go for it step by step whenever we go back here, talk to everyone where we know that they are, than rushing through it and missing out on a few things. So, between the episodes, I will do my 4 other card games and read all the books in the local library. And next time, we are going to do the 3rd and the 4th floor and make our way to our first destination. And on the top of my head, it will probably be the Graham, because I don't think we have a necessity quest there, only an optional one. So that would be the perfect first place to look, and hopefully getting our first few students, because that would be really cool. But that will be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we continue our stroll through the courageous. See you then. Bye bye.